गजानन्दभूतगणार्सेवितम् कपीशजम्बो वरचारुभक्षणम् उमाश्रुतं योगविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपादजम् ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुदेवे नमः ॐ सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदा देवी मुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमस्तुते। ओम आर्यमा पित्रा की जय। So devotees, the reason we put the flowers and the water and the picture of the departed is that we invite the departed to the satsang in that sense. And she will be sipping water and sitting on the petals of the flowers to listen to Katha. Gangam Ganapati Gangam Ganapati Ganganapati Namaha Gangam Ganapati Gangam Ganapati Ganganapati Namaha Gangam Ganapati Gangam Ganapati Ganganapati Kadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Srigadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Gangam Ganapati Ganganapati Namaha Kadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Srigadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Srigadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Srigadantaya Vakatundaya Srigadantaya Namaha Subject 1. जय जय माँ सरस्वती, जय जय माँ शारदे, जय जय माँ सरस्वती, जय जय माँ शारदे, जय जय माँ सरस्वती, जय जय माँ शारदे। हम भवानी ब्रह्मावती, तेरा ज्ञान तेरा ज्ञान आत्मज्ञान परमात्मा, आत्मज्ञान परमात्मा। जय जय माँ सरस्वती, जय जय माँ शारदे। हम भवानी ब्रह्मावती, तेरा ज्ञान तेरा ज्ञान आत्मज्ञान परमात्मा, आत्मज्ञान परमात्मा। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद भो, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद भो, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद भो, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। राम राम बोल, राम Hari Hari Om Hari Hari
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जब कारव अंगनियारा हो आशा के रोकनियारा हो जब कारव अंगनियारा हो आशा के रोकनियारा हो और कोई न केवलियारा हो और कोई न है तेरा कोई तेरा पार जय 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 कृष्ण हो जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो प्रगति चक्री इसको भी अमर करते तू चाहे तो प्रगति चक्री इसको भी अमर करते पूर्ण करके सबकी आशा पूर्ण करके सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे जय 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 हरे हो जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी 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 जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी जय जय गोवर्धन कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Murari, Jai Jai Govardhan Giri, Jai Jai Govardhan Giri, Jai Jai Govardhan Giri. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
So today devotees, I'm going to read a bit from the Garuda Puran and the Gita. Right? So Om Narayanaye Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. Narayana Narayana Jai Govinda Hare. Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare. Narayana Narayana Jai Govinda Hare. Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare. Arya Parakaranai Vikamare Jatahanam Sarvasiddhanani Ichati Sarahanam Umadire Saratanam Vikamaraye Sahu Viyata Vedana Saravam Narayana Narayana Jai Govinda Hare. Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare. Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare. So yeah, devotees, if the embryo perishes, there's no rights. It means to say that if somebody do an abortion, there's no rights for that, right? If an infant dies, one should give milk. If a child dies, then one should offer a jar of milk porridge and edibles. If a youth dies, one should have young children fed. If a youth who has taken the vow dies, one should have Brahmins along with children to be fed. When one who has passed 5 years old, it means to say, 5 years old really meaning to say that this 5 really represents when you could offer something. like a pinda, right? So when one who has passed 5 years dies, so we're talking about the 6th year and going on, right? So what they're trying to say now, there's no rights really for those who is under 5 and under, right? So
Then can they go back?
no, they were them young. So if a youth who has taken a vow dies, right? When one who has passed 5, one should offer 10 rice bowls. They're talking about from 6 years now, you could offer pinda of someone in the family with food and lots of sugar. On the 11th and 12th day, one should perform the ceremony for a youth, but with the rights of realizing a bowl and a great gift. If the father is living, then there is not joint rights for the youth. But on the 12th day, one should perform the ceremony for him alone. Marriage with women, they're talking a little bit about the caste system here. Now, I want people to understand there's nothing really like caste, because it is in every, it is within every country then. So what we call Brahmin then, right? Kshatri, Vaishya, and Sudra, right? These are the 4 castes, right? Now, to understand what is clean and unclean, then, that's what you have to understand. What is clean and what is unclean, that the devotee have to understand now that for me, I don't believe in the caste system, really, in that sense. But it is what we do as people, so I'm giving you an idea. You know the word sing? Sing, a title. I'm Narayan Singh or whatever. Sing, right? I'm Narayan is the company. I'm singing the title, right? The meaning of sing. You know what it is, sing? Alright. Sing is king. King. Right? Now, I'm going to put it this way to you. Even with the Titanic movie, it had caste system in it, right? And when the ship hit the iceberg and it break apart and whatever, and I'm just trying to say, it had different class of people, and they saying, well, hey, you can go in the like this lifeboat and that lifeboat, and you understand? So what I'm trying, the system is of such. So what we call rich, what we call poor, and what we call middle class, it is just like a 5 cents. The thickness of the 5 cents is the circumference, right? And the head and the tail. The head and the tail to make it a 3 dimension. Now this world is a 3-dimensional world. It have heaven, right? It have earth, and it have Narak, which is hell, right? And when we absorb the greatness then, that we go right, so we're going in a different direction here now. Same God of Quran, right? Narayana Narayana Jai Govinda Hare Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare Srinasya Manahasam Sridhuradharanamakaranam Srivamadaya Satenam Yantahe Bhagavatam Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare Narayana Pata Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare Narayana Narayana Jai Gopala Hare. So, what I'm going to explain here will be something like a person like Lord Shiva then. Right? So what they're saying here now, if an aesthetic, anybody know what is an aesthetic? Anybody know what is an aesthetic? So what they say, if an aesthetic dies, there is no burning, no water rites, and the 10-day ceremony should not be performed for them by their sons. Listen to what is an aesthetic now. Aesthetic is a person who says, now we know it have four systems, right? Brahmachari, who's the next three boy? Brahmachari, Vanprastha, and the fourth stage is sannyasi, right? And what we have to realize then is that let's have a catch to what is a sannyasi. Yeah? So we're going to give you, I'm not sure if anybody here know what are they David and they go with him? Not huh? No, all right, Janki Prasad Sharma, right. Right. So Pandit Janki Prasad, I'm giving you a local explanation with two people in Trinidad then, right? Janki Prasad Sharma, when he migrated to Canada, in his last time in there, he changed his name to Swami Atmanand. Right? So it means to say that he entered into a certain, I'm not sure if he started to wear white clothes alone or I just trying to say that, right? Right. So the problem is the color in Prakashananda, right? Swami Prakashananda, right? He's the other person that I know that is local then, right? And his name is Swami Prakashananda. But do you know how these people get their name? When they get the essence, you have to understand what is Ananda. Right? So God is Sat Chit Ananda. Right? Sat meaning truth, Chit meaning to say his energy is all pervasive. That energy that energy cannot be described. Right? And Ananda means God always in rapture and destiny. Right? From understanding that now, we developed then that this is why even Paramahansa Yogananda, anybody know that name? Or speaker, right? Right. So a man by the mere holding of a staff becomes Narayan because of carrying the threefold staff. There is never gone into this divide. So I've given you an idea of what really happens when you're going to accept sannyasi. You won't believe what it is. So I'm going to describe it for you. So if the person die in the forest, remember when you're doing that now, you have to go in the forest, you will sit down on a rock, you will walk, you will bathe in the Ganges, you will whatever. No. India is the only place in the world have that sort of facility then, I should say. But the kind of nonsense we just practice in Trinidad, right? What I mean, in the sense of telling you what is so when a person going into sannyasi, they do their own pinda puja for themselves. You know what I said? The person who going to get sannyasi, he is saying, I'm going to give up the world, but I'm going to do my funeral rites. So nobody can. So let us say, if somebody know that the sannyasi going to die now, and they will say, well, I wonder if this man will, that's what I'm trying to say. Now, we all could do our own pinda puja before we die, and I know that claim. Before we die, because how the time come that people changing religion like fish out of water or a dead fish and a living fish. No, don't get this one wrong. Don't get this one wrong. Right. The fish now, I don't want to bad talk nobody, but the fish now, in the Muslim faith now, when a Muslim eat a piece of fish now, the fish dead, You agree with me? The fish dead. But remember, they want to halal something first for it to say whether it is purified. You know what I say? So it's come like fish out of water. So this is how that people get many titles then, in that sense. And from understanding the merit then that a person will get then, it comes like an absorption then, that the person follows then, is strict. And whenever the person dies now, the sannyasi that is, right, the guru who accept going to the forest, I should say, that this is what happens in that particular area from the Garupura. So, the system of the series of gracing the Srimad Bhagavad Gita then on its eventual programming then. So I want to ask a question. Anybody have a question for me? No, if you have a question, that means you know everything. Eh? I'll let you know that. Because this is how I really started. I was telling people, so this is what is listening we face, you know. A question and answer period. You understand? Now, don't matter how much you sing a bhajan, right? And everybody can say, well, yeah, that is, it smells like jasmine then, right? Jasmine oil, right? So, what we have to know, baby, and devotees, is that when the merit comes for us to stand firm without backpedaling it, right? This is how the structure of Dharma should be. So it's brahmachari, then you go into householder's life, which is vanprastha. Then you go Aho Aho Shri Krishna Ji Jai Paramatma Ye Namo Namah Paramatma Ye Namo Namah Aho Aho Shri Krishna Ji Jai Paramatma Ye Namo Namah Paramatma Ye Paramatma So, I'm reading from chapter 4 of the Gita, verses 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Since I have no cravings for the fruit of action, do not taint me. So that action doesn't taint the individual. Even he who thus knows me in reality is not bounded by action. Now, what we call karma yoga devotees, right? Karma yoga is action, right? It's either you're sleeping or you're waking. It's either you're dreaming, right? Anybody ever had a bad dream? I'm not sure what they say about dream, right? So which one is real? Is when you get up in the morning you realize it's real? And then when night comes, what happens? You say you're going back to sleep. So again, a little thing. So when the sun shines now, when sunrise comes now, what does it do? When the sun shines, when the sun rises in the morning, what does it do? It lights up the place. But when you're walking in the sun, why it have a shadow, a darkness following you? And when night comes now, the shadow disappears. Huh? Hey, Babaji, when night comes now, the shadow disappears. So this is why the understanding then of the scriptures is not believed by many. Right? They say, well, I don't talk, or I believe that Hanuman pick up a mountain and, and put it and flying with it then to save Lakshman. Right? So, having known trust, the action was performed even by an ancient seeker. The ancient seeker, that means a real old person, for liberation. Therefore, do you also perform action for liberation? Therefore, do you also perform action as he has been performing by the ancients of antiquity? What is action and what is inaction? Even men of intelligence are puzzled, but I'll give you an easy idea. I'm going to repeat a few words here. Be still and know God. Be still and know God. That is all you have to do. Don't talk. And I'm giving you a very important thing here now. Brahma, the creator, already say that we will live to a certain age. Right? Each individual will live to a certain age. Right? So I'm going to explain something to you. If you breathe slower, you will live longer. So if he's telling you that you will die, if you will say, if Brahma say, well, you will die when you're 45 years, I just give you a right? Because plenty of people getting heart attack, right? All right, so in 45 years somebody died then, right? What happens there really is that the person when they leave this earthly plane then, like our beloved Sita, that we are able to function then in such a way that it brings, a positiveness in the system. And that action alone will be described as liberation. So the shackles of karma now, what are the shackles of karma? A market crab. A market crab, you have shackles on him. And you hang him up so. Now I want to tell you something. In the Patra readings, right? When you know astrology and so on. The 31st of August, 1962 is what? You have an idea? 31st of August, 1962, what is that date? What is? What date is it?
Independence Day.
Right, Independence Day. So I just given you an idea. Independence Day in the astrology now works out to be Cancer, which is the crab. Right? So a crab could go left, he could go right, he could go forward, he could go backward. And then this is the greatest of all. When we human beings is crab in barrel. At least we in Trinidad are talking about it, Trinidad, our Independence Day. So 1776 is USA Independence Day, the first day. Right? That's how much years now? 1776, 245 years or something so. Right? It's their Independence Day. So when we say we're trying to be like the US, those say US thing is good and that and the other. One simple thing you could do for yourself, don't mess it up. So when people come and understand now why the sages and what you call sankalp, the desire for sankalp, anybody know what that means? Sankalp means the day you put a puja, a normal puja then, to put up jandi, the day you request of the pundit or the imam or the pastor, or you want to do a Thanksgiving, you want to do something in the masjid, right? Whatever. So it's from that day your thoughts have to be on the Lord now, in that sense. So I'm giving you an idea. If a man say he's fasting, we are sure how fasting is wrong now. Right. So when a person fasting, he could say that so let me just say a man go say, well, Baba fasting, and he say he go drink a Malta, right? But if he's in the wrong surroundings still, right? There are others who will convince him, well, don't drink that now. It has something better than that. And what do they call it? Huh? Ginseng, all right. Okay. So what we call sattvic, rajasic, and tamastic quality. Right? Sattvic means pure. Right? Rajasic means pure and impure mix. Right? And tamastic means totally impure. So, I know many people don't have a sugarcane plant now, right? In that sense, right? But I'm going to explain it. To get an equivalent for it, right? So, the sugarcane plant is sattvic, right? And you cut the cane, and you suck the cane alone then, with your mouth then, right? You suck the cane, right? That is what you call sattvic. Now, when we drill a hole now long time in a tree, and we take the piece of cane now and squeeze out the juice and drop a line now, we get ratchet stick now. No, well, that was just it. You're adding something now. And then what they just call yeast and whatever, and you're dropping that too, right? You will get, in a few days time, you'll get RUM. So the problem is, what you're trying to achieve, I'm not sure. You understand what the values then? And these values, devotees, will be of such that it brings now the battle then. Now, although Angostura does make the most profit, right? At the end of the day, you must visualize and understand the truthfulness or the dignity that we should keep at all times. All of the Sanatana Dharma faith is misunderstood. So I'll give you an idea. We are not Hindus, you know that? You ever hear that? All right. So let me explain it to you. When they was mapping the world, right, when the Greeks were mapping the world, they said those who live beyond the Indus Valley, we call them Hindus. So white man gave it the name. They come like our ancestors come from India and come here and they change the name. They are different things. Huh? If you are so dressed, you might say, well, I'm a Maharaj. when you come in, you understand? So, the system is of such devotees that the explanation then, and given the true knowledge, but I'm giving you an idea. Anybody here was a student in Cohen Hamilton? Yeah? All right. Well, there was a teacher there named Shamsuddin, right? And he was, I've given you part of my wedding experience then. And he's the same person who carried Base Pandey to see ancestors in India, right? My great grandmother, they came down when I said called Nivea. He do the research, right? And when they do so now, and they're going across who come and whatever, and his name was Bisesa then, right? And Bisesa stayed back in Trinidad, and his wife name was Lungi, but he see the Lungi in a page that she returned back to India instead of staying in Trinidad. When she 5 years whatever, and she goes back. So when we try to, so I've given you an idea, and Queen Elizabeth now, let me just talk about that a little bit. Queen Elizabeth is the owner of 120 countries, and they call it the Commonwealth. But she didn't bury with she crown. You hear what I say? And none of us will carry our karma, if it's good and if it's bad. But I just given you an idea. When I'm doing 15 days Bandara, I just like to mix the black till and the white till together to make the pinda. Right? Because the black will represent your negative action and the white one is your purity. So it have a balancement. So what I'm trying to say is everything is a middle pathway, you know. It have a middle pathway for you to be independent and view and get your success. You understand? And this is what independence is about. And not the dependency syndrome that we all have. You know? So I always say it have a pit hole for everybody who dies. It have a pit hole for politicians in hell. That's what I'm talking about. You have a pit hole for every sin. It have a pit hole for every different sin it have out there. Right? If it is you tell a lady you love she, well, you know. Yeah, good one.
She does not She does
Hey, Balmolo City, Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Punya Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Punya Bihari Jai Radha Madhava No, I want to explain something to everybody here. When you're doing Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, that is how it's supposed to be. Don't say Hare Krishna first. Highline, you know that. Now, although they go sell you, you're still saying Hare Rama anyhow. But Ram came first. You hear what I'm saying? And then the avatar of Krishna comes. You understand it? You understand why I'm saying it? So, now, God could teach you while you're sleeping, right? And that is the attitude you have to expand in the diversity that we have as subjects and objects, right? So, according to the sages and saints, that no matter what happens, right, the reality will always change. Change will always come and go. Right? So although there will be part destruction, but part destruction really means pralaya. And Mahapralaya is total destruction. But they say that the Shakti of Durga Mata and Lord Shiva and Kali Mata, right, will always exist. Now, when we say Kaladesh means time and space, right? Now, when you see the stars in the night, together with the moon, if it have a little crescent on it or whatever, what happens is that when you see the light of the stars now, you will say, well, all right. When you take a picture then, you will say, well, okay, yeah, I see in so and so, but Lord Vishnu, so I'll give you an idea then. There's a Brahma, a creator, there's a Vishnu, the sustainer, and there's a, I would not say a destroyer, right? Lord Shiva don't destroy anything, right? But it means to say, it have a Brahma, a Vishnu, and a Shiva, meaning to say, in every planet, you have a creative force, and that's all it is, right? A sustaining force, which is Vishnu, right? And a destructive force, meaning to say, when you think achieve, you really ain't achieving anything. Right? So how school children getting on and fighting steady now? In school. That teacher who got in Maruga, you know, what happened with him. But if he has a beat your teacher, what will you know? Yeah. The teacher can't teach this. Papa, you're singing something again? Anybody in the audience singing one?
Sing a song.
Right, well, let me go in a little deeper philosophy for you,
Yeah,
right?
Mom, you go ahead. You're going good.
Eh?
They say they will come when you're done.
Okay, they say they will come when we're done.
We taking a late trip.
Are you going to come late?
Don't make me out there.
No, I'm not sure you all know this his guru name, eh? His name is Shankaracharya. And he built 4 mats and the 4 corners are India in that sense. And he only lived to the age of 32. And by the time he was 8 years, he knew all the scriptures. Adi Shankara, they call it. Right? So, this is from the Yoga Vasishtha anyhow, eh? What I mean, the Vasishtha Muni. Anybody know who is that? That was Paguram Guru, the cool guru of King Dasarath. He was the cool guru of King Dasarath, right? So when Vishwamitra met up with them, he asked to ask Dasarath that we have demons in the forest now, and they're disturbing the penance and whatever. And then when they were 5 years old and 6 years old, they're gone. They're gone with the guru. Right? So listen to me carefully here now. Sri Shankara asked, O beloved child, who art thou? Whose son art thou? Where dost thou go? What is thy name? Wherefrom dost thou come from? For my sake, please give me a reply to the queries. Thou art very dear unto me. Hastanalaka replied, I am neither man, nor deva, nor yaksha, nor superhuman, neither a Brahmin, neither a Kshatri, nor a Vaishya, nor a Shudra. I am neither a Brahmachari, the Grihas ashram, the householder's life, right, and the Vanprastha is when you go into forest life, really. And then you have the ashram, right? I am myself eternal of self-knowledge. So what I'm trying to say, you have to teach yourself. Do it for somebody else to teach you. You like that? I am the Atma, the embodiment of eternal self-knowledge, just as the reflection of the face in a mirror is not other than a face itself. So when you look in the mirror, what you see? Well, there's an illusion. There's a reflection. So, like sometime when you're going up the highway, let me say, you might see rain in one area, and then as you pass a little bit again, it's sunny. Yeah, right? So, I am the Atma, the embodiment of eternal self-knowledge, whose exit even with the Buddhi does not exist. Just the face exists in the absence of the mirror and the reflection seen in it. I am the Atma, the embodiment of eternal self-knowledge, whom is beyond the mind and senses. So devotees, the greatest thing we can do for ourselves is to keep your thoughts in truthfulness. And if you ever get a 619, right? That's what we call the numbers then. So there's something there's something called numerology now. I'm not sure if you know how to get that, but it's something like playway, right? It's something like playway, but we know who winning and who right, who winning and who losing, right? Nobody here.
He just comes second.
So the method then, what your thoughts have to rest on is that you could expand yourself enough. Meaning to say, I'm giving you know what is a cocoon? like where the butterfly just spring out from, right? So so let us say a bear now, I'm giving you an idea, a bear is going, he just eat out all the fishes in the water now, fatten him up, and he go on to sleep for 3 months. Hibernation. Slow down the rate, right? So what getting back to the breath I was talking about. So when you're breathing, slower, you live longer. Right? Now a lady that beats faster than a man, Alain, you know that.
Because we always vex Baba.
Alright.
Ahora más o menos.
Yeah, but you see, everybody crank up now.
Era café por chocolate. Kabayan ko, let's sing and wala no sa mikin. No, good is. Si bakal ko rin chuta.
The what?
Only bakal ko rin no good is no.
Yeah.
I know they could sing for sure. For sure, I know they could sing.
Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Narayani Om 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 Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Narayani Om 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 Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Shiva 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 Shambho Jai Shiva Shiva Shambho Shiva Shiva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shiva Shambho Devotees, at this time, I ask you to stand as we do our closing chant and Sri Krishna, I want you all to clap all your hands. Govinda, Hare Murari, Jainath Narayana Vasudeva, Sri Krishna, Govinda, Hare
Thank you.
So devotees, I want you to think of the departed soul of the home, wherever she may be at this point in time, in the arms of the Eternal Supreme Master. Let the rain fall when the earth is thirsty. Let there be rain in the storehouses. We ask you, Lord, to give goodness and gladness to the departed soul, Sita Rampasad. As we give this fortunate moment in our life to know of the glories that she shared with all of us, and this great blessing of eternity. Tvameva Mata Japita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Jatsika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Javinam Tvameva Tvameva Salavam Mama Deva Deva Om Puranamadam Puranamidam Puranamadachyate Puranamasya Puranamadaya Puranamevavashishyate Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti. Repeat after me, devotees. Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
I am a peaceful soul.
I am a peaceful soul.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
I am a peaceful soul.
I am a peaceful soul.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
I am a peaceful soul.
I am a peaceful soul.
एक बार बोलो श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, सीता देवी माता की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, अयोध्यापति रामचंद्र की जय, सच्चा सनातन धर्म की जय, सच्चा सनातन धर्म की जय, सच्चा सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम की जय। All right. Where is that doing? Inside Sunday? Oh, Dr. Sanders.